A man was fired from his job. He swore to make his boss pay within 3 days, but that very day, the boss got into trouble. In a panic, he pulled out the suspected weapon. He left his fingerprints, but didn't dare put it back, so he went out looking for help. His coworkers saw him covered in red, still holding the tool. They were terrified, but Jack turned and ran. He ran into a packed elevator. At that moment, the tool fell to the ground. His coworkers were sure he was the killer. He couldn't explain. The elevator doors opened, and the police were right there. Jack pretended to have a nosebleed and successfully slipped out. He had just escaped the building when he ran into the real killer, but he had no idea. He only wanted to leave quickly. He ran onto a bridge to throw away the weapon, but it landed right on a patrol boat. It scared him so much he fell down. In fact, the police had already identified the real suspect, but Jack thought he was a wanted man. When he saw police, he immediately hid in a trash bin. Late that night, Jack called home to say goodbye. He threw away his ID and bank cards, kept only a $10 bill. He went to the bathroom to clean himself up. Later, he used that $10 to buy a ticket to Mexico. Meanwhile, the killer found out his identity had been exposed and demanded more money from his employer. They arranged to meet in Mexico for the exchange. On the way, he saw Jack on a bus. He thought Jack was tailing him and tried to flee. In reality, Jack could only see his own reflection. $10 only got him a half ticket, so he got off and continued on foot. That's when he found the killer's car and realized the key was still in the ignition. Later, he checked into a hotel under a fake name, but the owner got suspicious and called the police. The killer was staying in the next room. No matter where he went, he kept running into the police. Seeing his identity exposed, Jack covered his head with clothes and walked out, but the police didn't arrest him because he didn't match the suspect's description. Still, the hotel owner insisted it was him. Jack used a diversion trick to escape. He ran toward the train tracks and jumped onto a moving train, but he fell off. He ran again and finally grabbed the train ladder. At that moment, the killer was nearby watching. He thought Jack was a detective and decided to take him out. Jack made it into a train car. He was starving, so he ate some canned food that had expired years ago. He ended up in the hospital. After getting discharged, he hitched a ride from a kind woman. When he thanked her, she suddenly fell asleep. It turned out she had narcolepsy. When Jack learned her family's bank was about to go bankrupt, he offered to help. Then, they went to the bank together, just as a farmer was causing trouble there. That night, the farmer saw the murder video and thought Jack was the killer. The next day, he called the police. The real killer happened to be at the bank, too. As the woman tried to help Jack escape, they were caught by the killer. He forced her to drive them away. On the road, Jack suddenly realized the face on the wanted poster was the killer's. Just then, the woman had a narcoleptic episode and stopped the car. At that exact moment, the police arrived. The killer took both of them hostage to a high place. He threatened the woman with a weapon. She fought back, causing him to slip. He accidentally fell. At that moment, kind-hearted Jack reached out to grab him. The killer was touched, but his clothes were too worn. He still fell. They were just a few feet off the ground. In the end,